Let's talk about Israel Adesanya versus Kelvin Gastelum. Okay, the stylebender versus whatever Kelvin Gastelum's nickname is. I can't quite think of it right now. I don't think he has one, to be honest. The Mexican Madman. You can take that one for free. Okay, first of all, 9 p.m, 4.5 hours away, I'm going to be live, so tune in. But let's talk about the fight. Okay, I'm going with Kelvin Gastelum. Okay, do you want to know why? Because I think Israel Adesanya is overrated. Okay, I really do think he is. When someone becomes popular, okay, there's a lot of people that talk about him that wouldn't be talking about him if he wasn't popular. You know, like Kamaru Usman, Joe Rogan spoke about him, even though he wasn't popular. Joe Rogan spoke about him just purely based on his dominant performances. Okay, then you've got, what's his name? Israel Adesanya. That's the one. Joe Rogan, I think, has spoken about him just because he's had him on the show. He's very popular. You know, obviously he's got skills and that, but let's be honest, if you look through his career, he beats some nobody I don't even know the name of. Goes to a split decision with Marvin Vettori. Okay? Who's just a fighter. He isn't a mixed martial artist. He isn't a technician in any way. He's just a brawler who relies on takedown defense and just grits it out the fight. Split decision with him. Okay? Goes to a split decision. Then he jumps to Brad Tavares. Okay? Goes for Brad Tavares. Takes him for 5 rounds. I know Israel Adesanya said, I wanted to go 5 rounds to feel the cardio. No, you didn't. No one in the history of the UFC wants to go 5 rounds. The finish never presented itself because the finish was never there. So you didn't go for it. Okay, fair enough. Just don't come up with this bullshit like, yeah, I just wanted to go 5 rounds. Yeah, I just saw plenty of finishes, but just thought, nah, I'll go 5 rounds, thanks. No, that's not how it is at all. I know he said that, but, you know, it's an excuse. Then he goes to Derek Brunson. The two of them had very different game plans coming into the fight, okay? Israel Adesanya had a game plan, right, I'm going to pressure him, I'm going to sprawl for the takedowns, I'm going to try and time the knee when he goes to take me down as well, right, think about that. I'm going to follow up the right high kick with a right straight, right down the pipe, he won't see it coming. That's my game plan. Derek Brunson's game plan was this, right, I'm going to go in there, right, and I'm going to go for a takedown straight away, very telegraphed. Immediately, as soon as the fight starts, I'm going to go for a takedown. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to shit myself. And I'm going to let Israel Adesanya knock me out. Can we just be real? That wasn't the Derek Brunson that fought Whitaker. Okay? I even thought Derek Brunson beat Anderson Silva when they fought. But it was in Brazil. So, you know. The Brazilian wins. But yeah, Derek Brunson gets that one. And then Derek Brunson, Dan Kelly, just boom, straight right hand, right down the pipe, looks on fire. And he comes in against Israel Adesanya. He's fallen for all the hype. And he shits his pants in the middle of the octagon. And Israel Adesanya takes advantage of him. Catches him with a knee coming in for a sloppy takedown. Okay? Very impressive. He knocks out Derek Brunson. Good. Now it's time for his title fight test. Who are we going to give him? Says the UFC. Who could we give him? We've got Yoel Romero. We've got Paulo Costa, another rising challenger. Let's not do that. We'll have them both rise up together. Let's do Yoel Romero. Jacare Souza. Right, Chris Weidman's an option. Luke Rockhold's an option. Kelvin Gastelum's also an option. Those are the top 5 in the division right now. Who could we possibly give him? Let me think. Derek Brunson, no. Brad Tavares, he's already beat him. Uriah Hall's quite highly ranked. No, I've got it. His title test will be Anderson Silva, who's nearly 50 years old and is unranked. That's his title test. And if he can get past him, then we'll give him a title fight. Israel Adesanya beats him narrowly by decision, 29-28. I gave Anderson Silva the second round. Gets a title fight. Kelvin Gastelum, I feel like, has just got a better resume. I really do. And I think he's going to catch. Although all the advantages goes to Israel Adesanya. All of the advantages go to Israel Adesanya. This, in my opinion, is going to be Darren Till versus... I'm looking at this fight and I'm drawing an analogy between Darren Till and Tyron Woodley. You know? Tyron Woodley, what's he known for? He's a wrestler, right? He's a wrestler, he's shorter, he's got knockout power. Darren Till, what's he known from? He's tall, rangy striker. Dangerous on the feet. Tyron Woodley, underrated fucking striking. Kelvin Gastelum is Tyron Woodley. Israel Adesanya is Darren Till. Kelvin Gastelum's going to flatten Israel Adesanya on the way in. Here's how I see it going down. I'm imagining the fight right now. Israel Adesanya's going to come out and he's going to look real good. Okay? He's going to be on the back foot early. I think Kelvin Gastelum's going to take centre stage. I think he's going to take the centre of the octagon. Israel Adesanya's going to back up a bit. Oh, I'm good. I'll just counter from here. You know, start throwing some jabs, using that fucking whatever 20-inch reach advantage he has over Kelvin, even though Kelvin's got surprisingly long arms. Use that advantage, parry away, jab, and he's going to try and time Kelvin Gastelum with the front kick or the knee as Kelvin comes in. And when he throws a front kick, Israel Adesanya's hands drop and his neck goes back to give himself that extra reach with his foot. I think Kelvin Gastelum's going to look to smother that front kick or knee, or just eat it to the body and fucking blast a right hand over the top and catch Israel Adesanya leaning back like this. And he goes out. That's how I feel it's going to go down. Alright, that's how I feel. I feel like at the start of the fight, Israel Adesanya's going to be piecing him up a little bit. But then Kelvin Gastelum's going to be like, alright, I'm going to try a takedown. I'm going to try to wear him out. And then in round 2 or 3, I'm thinking 2, Israel's going to go for a front kick. Kelvin Gastelum's going to blast a fucking right hand down the pipe and knock him out cold. That's how I feel. Undefeated in his MMA career, yes. He has been knocked out cold before with much bigger gloves by a guy who I doubt hits as hard as Kelvin Gastelum. And you know how he got knocked out? He was leaning back and to dodge a shot, and he got clipped right on the chin and put down. With 4-ounce gloves, you can't get hit like that. You can get hit like that from a 50-year-old Anderson Silva, who's no longer on drugs. You know, you can get hit by a guy no longer using roids. But Kelvin Gastelum, that's a different beast, I feel. I thought Kelvin Gastelum, when he was originally matched up to face Anderson Silva, was going to fucking demolish him and knock him out. Bad matchup for Anderson Silva. Then he got Bisping on short notice, flattened him cold. I think he's going to knock out Israel Adesanya. I think Israel Adesanya is going to be coming in, looking for the front kick, looking for the knee, looking for the jab. I don't think he's going to commit with the right hand too often. But I think he's going to be looking to set up high kicks, set up his kicks, just keep his range. Maybe not high kicks, because I feel like Kelvin Gastelum, if there's an opportunity to take this to the ground, he's going to take it with both hands. You know, he has Israel up against the cage. He's not going to shoot for a takedown there. I feel like he's going to wait for an engagement and then sort of weave his way under and get the double leg and drive Israel to the mat. Derek Brunson didn't do that in the fight. So for him to defend those Derek Brunson takedowns, that to me isn't great takedown defense, you know? Because they weren't great takedowns. And Derek Brunson, although he was a wrestler when he came into things, he's really known for his hands as much. He's not really known for his wrestling, you know? He's got good wrestling, but, you know, he's not known for it like Yoel Romero is, you know? Like other guys, like Ben Askren is known for his wrestling. You know, Derek Brunson's known for his hands and having a wild style knockout power. And that's the fight. I feel like Derek Brunson should have came with that game plan. Just to go balls to the wall and try and land on Israel. Like he did against Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall, much more decorated striker. Very talented kickboxer. Looking very unstoppable. Derek Brunson comes in. Boom! Wild style. Catches him on the chin. Uriah Hall goes down. That's what I feel like Derek Brunson should have done against Israel. But no. I don't know. I'm just going to go with Kelvin. I think he's going to lead off Israel and flatten him out cold. And also, Israel Adesanya didn't want this fight. He didn't want this fight. The fact that he's got this fight and it's for a title, the number 4 and number 5 ranked guys in the world, is strange. But, you know, I'll allow it because Whittaker's beat everyone above them, not named Luke Rockhold. So, you know, I'll let it go. That's fine with me. You know, Whittaker's beat Jacare, beat Romero twice. Rockhold's coming off a loss and fighting at light heavyweight. So, you know, that's the way it is. But here's something. I feel like Whittaker absolutely fucking demolishes them both. Alright? I think he slaps around Kelvin Gastelum for 5 rounds and it gets a bit scrappy. But Whittaker demolishes him for 5 rounds. And I feel like he absolutely fucking knocks out Israel Adesanya out cold. I think Whittaker's a savage, and whoever wins this fight is in for a rude awakening when they try and unify the belt. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun. 9 PM, guys, I'm live. GMT. Or BST. BST works as well, but GMT is the most reliable one. I can literally walk to the GMT equator line. Like, it's like a 30-minute walk away from me. So, yeah. GMT is definitely more accurate. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. I've got an Artem Lobov versus Paulie Malignaggi video coming out tomorrow. And also, Brandon K has been on my channel talking shit, but I don't even care. I don't care. He's 30 years old. Go feed your kids, you know what I'm saying? See you later, guys. Like and subscribe.